Namaskar. Welcome to DT Studio. DT Studio is organized by the government, the Department of Technical Education in Karnataka, Bengaluru. Now in this, I am the Civil Engineering faculty of the department, teaching the Project Management and Valuation subject. It is prescribed for the third year or sixth semester civil engineering students. Now this is the 17th class. Now today we have discussed various issues related with the project management. The one should understand a project is construction of roads, construction of buildings, construction of bridges, construction of reservoirs, flyovers, underpasses, railway lines, etc. etc. Now the facilities provided to the general public. The government is creating the projects. Project may be anything, maybe water supply system to the irrigation, water supply system to the industry, water supply system to the drinking purpose, or road facility, road connectivity, new road, maintenance of existing road, reconstruction of the existing road, like the many activities are taking place, and you will go through these projects. Please kindly go through the activities where the project is under construction. Now I advise our students to visit now and then regularly to visit the sites, construction sites. And also please remember that the management is a subject. It is only by experience, only by knowledge, thorough knowledge about the technology, thorough knowledge about the subject. Suppose if you want to create a building, if you want to construct a building, you should have the thorough knowledge about the building elements. The building elements means the foundation, soil conditions, materials, the specifications of the work, then the design criteria, preparation of plans, and administrative approvals of the authorities. Isn't it? There are various activities involved in doing construct or creating any project. Now, in the similar manner, if you want to construct a road, now you need to understand what is the survey, how it has to be done, what is the longitudinal survey, what is the cross-section survey, and then cross-sections and alignment and the formation level, then 2-lane, 1-lane or 4-lane expressway, one should understand, isn't it? The thorough knowledge about the subject. The thorough knowledge. Now I am discussing with the civil engineers. This topic is this content or this course is prescribed for civil engineers. Therefore, now I am talking to the civil engineers. It is understood that the civil engineer has the knowledge of construction. He knows how to prepare the drawings, he knows how to prepare the estimations, and he knows how to prepare the designs, and he knows how to prepare the specifications. Now he understood. Now I am talking to the civil engineers. Now in the previous classes, we have discussed so many issues related to this project management. The project management is one, you must have the thorough knowledge about the subject. About the subject means that is preparation of drawings, the control over the project. Technically you must be very sound. And the other aspects, that is quality of material, quality of construction, that is human resources, the machines, the advanced technology. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. Now project management related not only to the civil engineers, the management related to everybody, each and all the administration. wherever we have, even in the Polytechnic or in engineering colleges or in the government level, that is the management is a big task, is it not? When we manage the when we manage a project, no, that must satisfy all the requirements. The purpose for which we are taking up the project or to do the project, no, we must be able to prove, we must be able to deliver the goods, we must be able to, that is, control the, that is, project, is it not? Therefore, related to this, now for 10 minutes, I will go back and I will call back everything. Now today, now in the previous class, class 16 class, we have discussed about the measurement and bills. Now today also, I will continue that measurement and bills. Now I will take up 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, the previous class what we have discussed, and I will come and I will continue with the measurements and billing, and as per the syllabus, and also in practice. Now what is going on in practice? Now, in generally in the department, generally in the private sector, how the people are practicing and what are the procedures to be followed. Now all these things will be discussed today. Now therefore, now in the, see, we know that the subject starting from, see, from the initialization, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯಾರು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಬ್ಬರು ಫೀಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಫೀಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಫೀಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೈಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಪೂರಕವಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It is possible, we can do it. When you feel that it is possible, you can do it. Then you will start the technical work like, survey, plan, drawings, designs. It is tentatively you are preparing. Tentative preparation ಆದ ನಂತರ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಯಾರು ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನವರು ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Therefore, that is ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ, then the next, the engineer involved in designing, in preparing the detailed project report ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಗೈನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ an agent, that is construction agent. He is a contractor, he is a contractor or a supplier. ಯಾರ ಕೆಲಸನ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತವ್ರೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾರಿಗೇನು ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಂಟರ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ದೆನ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಮಾಡಿ ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ದೆನ್ ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. The work order issued to the contractor. After issuing the work order, ಜಾಬ್ ಲೇಔಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೈಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗಳಿದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದೆನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಲೈಕ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ಲೇಔಟ್. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ನಾವು ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ 2-3 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್, ಬಾರ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, CPM, PERT ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. when the work execution start ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕಮೆನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಈ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ದೆನ್ technical supervision ಬರ್ತದೆ, isn't it? More responsibility will be on. No, till now, at this point, everything will be is in the on the paper. Whatever the project you are going to do, it is everything is on the paper, isn't it? It is in the project report. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೂಡ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸೈನ್, ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್, ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್, and then cost of the project, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು everything will be in the paper form, isn't it? Now that is all are in the paper form. Now here onwards, now physically we are going to take up the task, isn't it? ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, and then execution of work ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ now that is real work commences. Now we are transferring the project, we are transferring the project to the ground, isn't it? Now the things are comes into reality. Now ಈಗ ನಿಜವಾದದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. When you go to execute the project, now let us be very careful. The engineer must have the thorough knowledge. Already I told you that there are so many diseases, there are so many uncertainties will come across in executing the project. When you go to the site, there are n number of problems will come to you. Unknowing uncertainties. There are so many uncertainties will come across with you. Then you need to sort out. You need to find the solution, and you need to find the remedies to complete the project. Therefore, real problems are the real execution, real work commences from this point, isn't it? Now, when you speak about the execution of the work, then technical supervision, quality control, then measurement and bills. Now we are discussing about this measurements, bills, and payments, isn't it? Now I will take up this in the next classes. We will discuss about this quality control, the quality control of the material, quality control of the work. That is all these things we will discuss elaborately. We will discuss about it. Now what is going on in the field, what are the relevant courses are there. I will discuss about that later, isn't it? Now I am thinking now today already we are discussing about these measurement, bills, and payments. Now I will continue that for few slides. Then I will let us complete this today. That is measurement, bills, and payments, isn't it? Now to do this, now let us now execution of work. Once the execution of work starts, isn't it? Now the real job commences. ನಿಜವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ when this work starts, the engineer has more responsibility. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಮೆನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅವರ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಸತಿ ಸೌಕರ್ಯ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ these all the canteen facility provide ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. There are so many issues related to projects. So therefore all these things should be executed or supervised by the engineer, the project engineer. Therefore project engineer or the project manager, we need to do this, isn't it? Therefore we will discuss a little bit about measurement and billing. Now I think you may ask a question. Now what is there in measurement and billing? Now measurement and billing is a simple task, but when, how much, isn't it? At how many number of time, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾರಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹೇಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೊದಲು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್, isn't it? And therefore now see, this is a work progress. Already we in the previous class we have gone through these slides. Now you can look at this excavation and erection of columns, that is erection of beam slab. It is under progress, isn't it? This is a continuation of this. This is again, that is the progress of the work, isn't it? Progress, just to know the work commenced at site, isn't it? Work commenced at site, and see, this is the reinforcement, the work progress. And similarly, now this is the erected portion, isn't it? The under construction, it is progressing. Now we are discussed in the last class, that is how to measure, that is when we pull the tape, executed work. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಕೆಲಸ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, pull the tape and record it, isn't it? It is one of the simple tasks in project, isn't it? For an engineer, simplest task that is measurement work, isn't it? Therefore, length, breadth, and depth. Now this is the length. Now this is how we can measure the, isn't it, quantities of the work executed. Now here you can refer this. This is a cement concrete wall, length and height. You can look at this. And similarly, now this is the lateral masonry wall or brick masonry wall, that is length and depth and the width of the breadth of the wall. LVD, you know that now how to calculate, how you are going to calculate prepare the estimation. In the similar manner, the estimation is prepared from the drawing, but bill is prepared, measurement is done according to the work execution, isn't it? Now this is the two difference you note out. That is, the quantities are measured. Some of the quantities are measured in meters square meter, that is area wise, and some quantities of the executed work will be measured by volume wise, isn't it? Now therefore, when you say volume, then 3 dimensions, length, breadth, and depth are required. Now, if you are measuring this in the area wise, then we need to take up only the length and breadth. Now, therefore, physically you need to measure the outside, isn't it? Now, these are the measurements. And you see, when you look at this, now concrete work is in progress. Concrete work is in concrete ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Steel reinforcement ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. Concrete, ready-mix concrete, they are pouring, isn't it? Through this conduit, the concrete is pumped to the side and they are pouring here. And this is the progress of the concrete work, isn't it? That is slab concrete work is in progress, isn't it? Now measurement book. Already we have discussed about in length in the previous class. Measurement book. Now all the measurement must be entered in the measurement book. Now this is the measurement book prepared by suppose it is the local authority. They will print in their own, and they should follow the procedure, the government norms according to the rules, government rules. Now and suppose if it is a government job, the government and the public works department will supply, and these are the entries, that is the number, sankhyaಗಳು, udda, agala, ettara. Now this is how we need to enter. In the last class we have discussed about, isn't that? In the last class we have discussed about in the last class we have discussed about this. How to enter the measurement book. What is MB? That is measurement book. Measurement book. Who is authorized to enter this? ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಂಥದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾರು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಚ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬಿಡಬಾರದು. Now these are some formalities to be followed. Now this is how we need to enter, and now these are the entries should be made in the beginning. That is the full name of the work given in the sanctioned estimate, but the location of the work, name of the contractor, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಂಬೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಟಿ ಇದೆ ಪೇಜು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡೇಟಾನ we need to enter in the measurement book. Isn't that? Now these are some rules should be followed. Now we have discussed about this in the previous class. Now kindly go through that. Isn't that? Now these are some. Now ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಯಾರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ MB ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ the contractor has to put the signature. Is it not? He is authorized. The engineer and the contractor both are, that is putting the thing, that is putting the signature, that is I accept all measurements, isn't it? Both are agreed. See, after measurement, a bill will be for that a bill will be that is now developed. This is the bill. Now in this bill, I have taken few examples. That is the first and part bill. You note, please note, first and part bill. Now this is one work, one job, one ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು bill ಇದು. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ತುಂಬಾ ಸರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇದು ಕೆಲಸದ ನಂಬರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಆ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್, ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನಮ್ದು ಕೆಲಸ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅವತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್, isn't it? This is an, and this is the contractor name, this is the ಯಾವ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, and name of the work, who is the section officer or the engineer, and what is the fund, ಯಾವುದು ಹಣದಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, and then first and part bill. And similarly you can look at the same work, it is done at the different date, that is second and part bill. Now this is the second and part bill, you can look at this. And similarly, see, now this is third and final bill. Now third and final bill, I will explain about this, now how they will prepare it, now how to prepare, and what is the necessity of doing like this. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು I will tell you in next. Now this is the work order I have taken the example. Now I think we have discussed about this. Now this is the bill form. This is the work bill form. Now let us understand carefully. Now this is the work bill, that is, it is a consolidated bill. It is a consolidated bill. Now this is the measurement book and the bill. Now these two indicate that is the work executed and the value of the work executed. The money, that is work is equal to money, money is equal to work. The contractor has invested money on the project, and when the investment is done and the job is done, the contractor should get his money for his investment, isn't it? The facility is created and the project is done. When the project is done, we need to pay the money to the contractor, isn't it? Now therefore, these are the procedures we should follow in making the payments, isn't it? Now I told you that now there are three bills here. That is first bill, first and part bill. Now I will come to that. What is first and part bill? I will tell you. And then that is second and part bill. Please remember this. This is now running account bill. RA bill anta kuda ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇದನ್ನ running account bill, isn't it? Running account bill ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now similarly, that is the third and final bill. This is the third and final bill. See, now you can recognize this. This is 490 lakhs, 4.9 crores job. He calls 4.9 crores. Therefore, now maybe depending upon the capacity of the contractor, he may complete everything and he can claim the bill at one shot, isn't it? At the end, first and final bill. Sometimes what happens, depending upon the contractor's capacity, he may need to get money in regular intervals, isn't it? As soon as how much work is done. For example, ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು 4 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ 5 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, first they will invest money, they will complete the foundation job or some part of the work. Now according to the designs and drawings, one part complete ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. As soon as they complete the work, what they do, they will raise the bill. They will make the measurement. That measurement will be entered in the MB book, measurement book, and then they will prepare the bill. The bill form will be like this, isn't it? The bill form. Now please note, understand this. Location of work, isn't it? Name of the contract, name of contractor, and then number and date of agreement. That is the date of handing over site to the contractor. Now these are the information with respect to this bill, isn't it? Measurement bookly we are entering the details. What is the length and breadth of each and every item that will be entered in the book, isn't it? Measurement book. From that measurement book, quantity will be taken. The quantity will be taken. That quantity will be entered here, isn't it? In this column. Now you can see for each and every work there will be a bill format. This is the bill format. Now see, you can recognize here that is the quantity of that is artwork that will be taken and entered in this column, isn't it? in this cell. And the rate quoted by the contractor when he get into the agreement, when he has entered the tender, in acquire now the rate quoted the contractor, and this contractor, that is the quantity and rate, isn't it? Now similarly, the quantity and rate amount will be calculated, isn't it? Now see, this is the quantity and rate per unit, that isn't it? Now this is the bill format, and you can recognize here that is previous work quantity, present work quantity, and total quantity, isn't it, till date. Previous work quantity, present work quantity, and total work quantity. Please remember this, note down this. There are three divisions here. One is previous work, the second one is, that is second, the second group, no, here in the second division, the present work quantity, and in the third group here, third division, total quantity till date and remarks, isn't it? Now here, suppose a contractor completed the job. Contractor completed the job of 1 crore rupees, isn't it? At one time, that is, he will prepare the bills. Once he prepares the bills at the first time and for the full, no, it is called first and final bill, isn't it? That means for that particular work, the first and final. Suppose if you are doing the job of 20 lakhs rupees work, 10 lakh rupee work, what the engineer will, after completing the job, he will prepare the measurement, he will take the measurement and he will prepare the bills. Now in this bill form, no, they will enter, no, first and final, the present work. First and final is in the present work. First and final. Suppose if it is a 20 lakh rupees work job, the job is completed. Then after completing the work, he will take the measurements and he will prepare the bill. Now that is those quantities, those quantities taken from the MB are entered here, and that is the rate quoted by the contractor multiplied these two will give you the amount, and the total of this will give you the amount, isn't it? The work. Now this shows the quantities of each item number, items, and this is the rate quoted by the contractor, and this is the value of the work done, isn't it? ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು ಪ್ರತಿ ಐಟಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, isn't it? And total this, and at the end you will get the money to be paid, isn't it? Now this is the bill form. Now this is ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಈ ಕೆಲಸದವರೆಗೆ this is done by the section officer. Section officer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ maybe is an assistant engineer or maybe a junior engineer. Either junior engineer or assistant engineer, they will prepare this. Supervision ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Then ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ section officer or the engineer of the site in charge, project engineer has to give, isn't it? So details ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ, supervision ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, quality control ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, then workers ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, machine ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಸರಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, isn't it? And after at the end of the work completion, he has to prepare the bill, isn't it? Now this is the bill format. Now suppose the work is of, that is more quantity, that is the cost of the project is bigger one. Bigger one means now maybe 3 or 4 crore job. As soon as he commences the job, he will complete 1/3 or 2/3, maybe 25% of the job is done. As soon as he completed the 25% of the job, what he is going to do? He will prepare the first bill, isn't it? He will prepare the first bill. The first bill means now take the measurement of the work executed, then write down, record all the measurements, and take the quantities of the work done, then enter in the column, in this column, isn't it? This is the first. This is the first bill, present work. ಈಗ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ಆ ಬಿಲ್ದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೇಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. Then after that ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು value ಬರುತ್ತೆ. See, after summing up this, they will get some value, isn't it? Now I will show you an example for that. See, you can look at this. Now this is the first and part bill. You can see this, the first and part bill. See here, the first and part bill quantity is entered here, isn't it? And rate is entered here, and also they have calculated that is quantity and rate. You can compare this. This is Indina Tanaka today till date. Idu ಈಗಿನ ತನಕ, isn't it? ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಂದಿನ ತನಕ ಒಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇದು that is previous work ಅಂತ. That I will come to that later, isn't it? Therefore, the first and part will be entered here, and the same quantity remains here also, isn't it? If you sum this money, you will get the same amount what we are getting in the last division, isn't it? When you come to the second and part bill, when you look at this second and part bill, see Hindina Kalasa, previous job, previous quantity executed. Illi ನಾವು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕೆಲಸ previous work ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಈ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು. Similarly, now here, now this is today, isn't it? Today work. Now previous bill, that is previously how much we have claimed and how much we have paid, how much amount money is paid to the work. Now it is entered in this column, isn't it? Now that is Indina Hindu, backside, low, behind. Now till date, the previous bill, isn't it? Previous payment. Now here today means that is previous work and also the work after previous bill till date. That is the sum of, that is from the 0 to today. 0 to today. Now this is the quantity and the rate, isn't it? Quantity and the rate. Now here, this quantity minus this quantity will give this quantity, isn't it? Today, ಇವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಈಗಿನ ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, isn't it? That I will explain. I have taken one diagram here. I will show you that. Now here, now see. Now this is the work progress of of one project. I have taken this one project and I will explain you how to do that. This is the work progress again. The work progress. The preparation of bills. I am talking about the preparation of bills. Please note here, before bill are prepared, all entries in the M book reliability to the description and quantities of work done or supplies made should be scrutinized and arithmetical calculations to arrive all the total quantity checked. The rates allowed per unit as per the agreement should be entered against each description and quantities of work done or supplies received and the total amount arrived at, isn't it? ಅದೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಬಿಲ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಈಚ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ earthwork excavation, maybe CC concrete bed, maybe that is the foundation, maybe footing, maybe column, maybe beam, plinth beam, whatever you have done, isn't it? Whatever the material you have collected, isn't it? So that is the material work executed is entered in the M book, and then the quantity is taken from M book and the bill will be prepared, isn't it? That is the bill. That is bill means we need to pay the money to the contractor for this work executed, work completed, isn't it? So therefore, running account bill, I will tell you. There is one photograph. Yeah. Okay. We can let us understand what is the running account bill. That is part 1, part 2. Like we are see here. Now you may when you look at that column wise, you may get confused with that. Now let me tell you what is this running account bill. Now please note here that the first loop that is in the beginning. See, now they have completed the job of this. They have completed this job. They have completed this job. They have completed this job. Now the first loop. Please remember this. Now take the measurement of all this job done. Idennella complete, total, how much of work they have done. See, you measure the measurement, take the measurement and enter this in the AP, isn't it? And take the consolidated report of the work executed. When you look at this loop, in this loop, you see some part of the column is erected and foundation is done, isn't it? Footing is done and excavation is done here. Similarly, see now column is erected here and excavation is done, footing is done and plinth beam is done here. They have completed this job. Similarly, they have completed the plinth beam. The column is done. This column is erected, isn't it? Like excavation is done here. Bed is done. That is also footing work is also completed, isn't it? Like you take the measurement in the first loop, whatever we can look at in the first loop. That is, take the measurement. First, take the measurement and record it in the measurement book. Record this in the measurement book. Then prepare the bill for this quantity executed, measured quantity. Is the first and part bill. Now please note, it is the first and part bill of the work executed. Now the first loop, isn't it? Now this is for this they will make the payment, isn't it? They will make the payment. Now this is the first bill, first and part bill. Whatever the work executed, now you can recognize here is that is first and part bill for the loop 1, isn't it? For the loop 1, now for the loop 1, that is the first and part bill they have done it, isn't it? After some days, after work progress, now depending upon the progress of the work, see now you get into the second loop now. This is the second loop, that is now this is second circle, second loop. You can see, look at this second loop. In the second loop, the work completed is much bigger, isn't it? Now in the first loop, you have done this column, and this plinth beam, column. No, the only this much quantity is done, isn't it? When you come to this second loop, now you can look at, they have completed this job also. They have completed some part of this column also. They have completed this erection, this column also. Like this column also erected. This retaining wall is also done. Isn't it? So therefore, now you need to measure from the measure the quantities including first loop, isn't it? That is ಇಂದಿನ ತನಕದ ಕೆಲಸ, ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈ ಲೂಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ಮೊದಲಾಗ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್, ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್, ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್. ನೋ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ವಾಟ್, ಈಗ ಎರಡನೇ ಬಿಲ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ including the first loop you need to prepare, isn't it? Including the first loop you need to prepare, isn't it? Including the first loop you need to prepare. Okay, we'll come back very for a minute. Now you can look at this here. Now this is the first and part bill. This is the second and final bill for a small job. Second and part. This is also second and part bill. ಎರಡನೇ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. This quantity minus this quantity will give you the present quantity, isn't it? This is the previous quantity, this is the total present quantity, and the total quantity of the total work executed minus the previous quantity. Already we have paid for this, isn't it? Already we have paid for this. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಈ ಕೆಲಸದಿಂದ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ, ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ then whatever the progress done at the second stage, now this is the second and part bill, isn't it? This is the second and part bill. I hope that you understood this now. This is the first and part bill, how much work they have done. Till then they have measured the quantity and it is multiplied by the rate quoted, tender rate, and This is the kraya. Idu pramana, quantity. Bele, rate per unit. Idu kraya. What is the value of that work? Isn't it? That is these two multiplied by, you will get the value for that work, job. ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅಬ್ಬಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು the name of the contractor and also name of the, you can see the estimation number here. You can, it is printed here. And please note the first and part bill. This is first and part bill. Same thing remains here also, because only that much they have done it. Whereas if you come to second and third, second and part bill, what's happening here? Total quantity executed in the second loop is here. This is the first, the quantity in the first loop. So this quantity minus this quantity is gives you the present quantity. ಈಗ ಇದು ಆದ ನಂತರ ಈ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನುಂಟು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ನಾಟ್ the first bill entry is here. This is not. This is the total quantity till date. This is including this bill. This is not this quantity. Therefore, this quantity minus this quantity. ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And then the quantity executed multiplied by the rate, and that will give you the value of that money. Isn't that? Now please note here again. Now you can refer this again. Now this is the bill format. Now now this is the quantity and rate per unit. Isn't that? Only that much quantity, bele, matte pramana, matte bele. Illi pramana matte bele. Isn't that? That also the amount, one more column is required here. That is for to arrive the final rate. No, it is missed here. Now here, first quantity, previous quantity, and the total quantity today. Therefore, this total quantity today minus the previous quantity will give you the quantity in the present work. Isn't that? ಇದು ಮೊದಲಾದ ಕೆಲಸದ್ದು ಮೊದಲು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಒಂದು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್. And this is the total bill today till date. Isn't that? The total quantity minus previous quantity will give you the present quantity. That should be entered here. Isn't that? That quantity multiplied by rate, and that is the amount, and sum of this, it is 2. ಇದನ್ನು sum ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ನಮಗೆ ಅದರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we can recommend to the contractor. Isn't that? Recommend to the accounts office. Isn't that? And that is in the bill form. You please again note down here. Now the remark column is here. Illond remark column anta ide. Now in this remark column, sometimes what happens antandre, sometimes there are possibilities. In some cases, advance might have been paid. In some cases, there are possibilities we may penalize the contractor. So anta ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಿರಬಹುದು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ದಂಡ ಹಾಕುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಂತದ್ದೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ, now all these should be entered in this column. Isn't that? ಅದರ ನಂತರ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? MBA ನ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದು JER AE. Bill prepared by AER JE. He is the project engineer. ಹೌದು. After this, he has to certify. Certificate ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. What certificate? Value of the work completed on. ಈ ದಿವಸದವರೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. What is that? Total quantity executed till date. ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಈ ದಿವಸದವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ we have to mention here. And also remarks, if any penalty or others ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ರಿಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ he has to write. And voucher number of the previous payment. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗುವಾಗ 5 ಬಿಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 10 ಬಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, 20 ಬಿಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ವೋಚರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹಣನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಆಫೀಸರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ನಂಬರ್, ಡೇಟು, ದೆನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ವೋಚರ್, ಆ ವೋಚರ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಂದಿನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಇಯರ್ the engineer has to mention that. The current bill to be paid in number and words. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಇದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಇದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ದೆನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇದು ನಾಟ್, ಇದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಈ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಪೇ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ how much need to pay, adana now you have to mention this in words and also in figures alli baribeku ಮತ್ತು words allu sah mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And also the engineer has to certify, it is certified that this work is measured by me and has been entered completed satisfactorily. ನಾನು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ತಪ್ಪ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಮಾಧಾನಕರವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ದೃಢೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್, ಇದು ನಾಟ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ದೆನ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ MB ನಂಬರ್, ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸಹ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೌ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್. ಯಾರು ಬಿಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ he may create litigation later. Therefore that is it should be kept approved by the engineer, isn't it, and the contractor. ಯಾರು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟು ಇವ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು ಎಸ್ ಸರಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ನಂತರ ದೆನ್ ಇವರು ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಇದನ್ನ, ದೆನ್ ಇವರು ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಗ್ರೀಯಿಂಗ್ this bill will be forwarded to the accounts office, isn't it? Then accounts officer again he will thoroughly investigate the bill preparation. Mathematical computation ಏನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸಮ್ಮೇಷನ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದು ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ತಪ್ಪಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ತಪ್ಪಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಂಬರ್ಗಳು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. Because of this the accounts officer will thoroughly investigate and he will scrutiny the bill submitted by the engineering section and the payment will be released, isn't it, by the accounts officer. And this is the procedure to be followed. Now please understand here, that is the bill, first bill, then final bill and the current, the present. Now ಇದು ಈ ಮೂರು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬಿಲ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಂದಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಎರಡಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. If they have completed 3 bills, third and part quantity will come here, isn't it? Now similarly that is total quantity will come here. ಇದನ್ನ 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಮೊದಲು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ between 3 months, that is before 3 months, between in the present, that is after 3 months, till date. Now what is the quantity done? This quantity minus the previous quantity will give the present quantity. For the present quantity we can prepare the bill, isn't it? This is the formalities to be followed, isn't it? And again now you can go through this. Now once again you please understand this. The first bill, first and part bill, this quantities. Now similarly second and part bill, this quantities. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟು. This total quantity minus previous quantity in this loop will give you the present quantity of the work. In the similar manner, isn't it? Now if you come to the third loop, the total quantity, the measurement, that is the measurement will be prepared, or the total quantity in the third loop. Third loop ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅದಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಬಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ from zero to including first loop and second loop and third loop. ಮೂರು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನ ಮೂರು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ, there is only one quantity. When they prepare the first and part bill, no, they will prepare only this. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, isn't it? Only that much quantity of the work is executed. When they prepare the second and part bill, Now this quantity of this much work is completed, isn't it? Second and part bill quantity is equal to, that is the total quantity from 0 to the second level, second loop, minus the first loop quantity will give to the present quantity. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ quantity ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ quantityಗೆ these quantities are multiplied by the rate will give to the value of the work done in the second and part bill. Similarly, now this is the third loop. You look at the third loop. In the third loop, the total quantity done till date from 0 to here, the total quantity done minus the second loop quantity. In the second loop, how much quantity we have deducted. Now deduct this, then you will get this area. Now this quantity, more third and part bill. This is the third and part bill in this loop. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ನಂತರ after this first and part bill, second and part bill, then maybe third and part bill, maybe fourth and any number of bills maybe we can produce depending upon that is progress of the work. Isn't it? This is how the running bills, running account bill. This is the first and part bill, second and part bill, third and part bill. Any number of bills can be produced, isn't it? Now, depending upon the capability of the contractor may put the entire project into a complete, and he will take the money at one shot. It is possible. No, probably not possible. Nobody will do like that, because the money involved is too much, isn't it? Now, in constructing the road or in constructing a reservoir, like the money involved 100 crores, 200 crores, 300 crores, 500 crores, something like that. Therefore, what they will do? They will prepare the breaking bills, that is running account bills. We are calling this as running account bills. Now, please note that is once again I will tell you that is the first and part bill. Whatever the work executed in this, now measure, record, take the quantity, and prepare the bill. That is the first and part bill. And take the quantity after some day, after reaching this level. Take the quantities including the first and part bill, then deduct this quantity in the first quantity, then this is the second and part bill, isn't it? This is the second and part bill. Similarly, this is the third and part bill. Take the entire quantity, the whole quantity, then deduct this second and part bill, isn't it? Deduct this, then you will get third and part bill. You can claim the money for this, the work executed, isn't it? Now this is how you can listen. And now preparation of bills. Now this is how the prepare. Now running account bill. Running account bill means that is now one after the other it will be done, isn't it? This form is used for contract work, for work executed, and the piecework system for contracts. Supplies, it is intended to be contract work when only one account, isn't it? Adu running account bill. Payment ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, that is one after the other. No, that is running account bill till the end of the job is done. Then lump sum ಕೆಲಸ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಯಾರು nobody will do like that. ಈ lump sum contract ಅಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. For only maintenance and repair work, or that too small work can be executed with this. No, this is not lump sum contract. There is only 2,000, 5,000 like. Now more than that not permitted today. Now everybody will go only through the running account bill. Now on the previous day there was a system. It is HR, that is hand receipt and onditu. Hand receipt and there is that the concerned engineer is authorized to prepare the bill and issue the payment. Now today, now not in practice, nobody is doing it, isn't it? Then yes, already we have discussed in the previous class about the pre-measurement. Pre-measurement and now before completing the job, we will take the measurement, isn't it? Now we have discussed about it. That is steel quantity will be done. Steel will be measured before completing the concrete work. No, that is pre-measurement. And in excavation, first we will take the measurement, then we will excavate the earth, then we will prepare the bill, isn't it? Now similarly, if you want to clear the rock, now we give isn't it? Field reinforcement work and jungle silt clearance. Forest ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ, ಮರ ಕಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. After completing the job not possible, therefore First we will take the measurement, then we will execute the job, then we will prepare the bill. Isn't it? They are pre-measurements, isn't it? Pre-measurement works. And hard rock excavation. So if you want to excavate the hard rock, first we will take the levels and take the measurement, record it, then excavate, then prepare the bills. Isn't it? That is their pre-measurement. Road works, in sometimes what happens, first they will collect the material before executing the work. They will collect the material, they will measure the quantity of the material, like aggregates, isn't it? That is boulders, etc., etc., and they will take the measurement, they will record it, and then they will release. After completion of the job, they will prepare the bills. Now they are pre-measurements, isn't it? And see now already I told you that now the sum of the quantities are measured in meter cube and some of the quantities are measured in area, isn't it? Some quantities are measured in running meters, isn't it? Running meters. Some quantities are measured, that is volume wise. If the thickness is more, then the quantity will be measured in volume basis. The less thickness, the like plastering, flooring, isn't it? Or the chip carpet, or in the bitumen road, there are thin sections. The thickness will be very less. They will be calculated based on the area, isn't it? Now, like masonry work, mass concrete work, that is beams, columns, they are all measured in, isn't it, volume wise. And some of the quantities are measured in running meters. Now, sometimes we need to do this in the woodwork, in the in the garnish work. We are thinking of this as a running meter. And doors, windows are normally measured either by number. ಒಂದು ವಿಂಡೋಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಬಾಗಿಲಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೈ ನಂಬರ್ maybe rate maybe number or sometimes maybe that is square, isn't it? Area wise, isn't it? And steel is normally either by quintal or by tons, isn't it? Now this is the units adopted in measurement in the government practice. And if you come to this check measurement, check measurement, please note what is check measurement. Now the work executed, measurements are recorded in MB, then bills are prepared by the engineer, section officer or the project engineer. Then the bill will be forwarded to the assistant executive engineer, subdivision officer, AEE. Subdivisional officer is assistant executive engineer, isn't it? He is a senior officer. He is supervising the section officers. The bill will be forwarded to the subdivisional officer, AEE. The assistant executive engineer, that is subdivisional officer, will go to the site. Now he will check the bill. He will check the work randomly, isn't it? Randomly, 50% of the work should be measured, isn't it? He will randomly check. Now he is not investigating the whole bill, entire bill. He is not checking the entire measurements. Now randomly he will check here and there for 50% of the job, isn't that? 50% of the work measurement. And over and above that, next he will furnish us, he certifies, isn't that? After certification, it will go to the check measure, that is go to the executive engineer. The executive engineer shall also check measures once in a way. When he visits the site, now he will also check the measurements and, isn't that, bills. Then the bill will be passed, isn't it? Now this is the procedure adopted in our in the public works department or any other government organization. This is the procedure adopted, isn't it? Now this is the checking the bills. Now checking the bills means what? All calculation in M-book shall be checked for arithmetical accuracy. All the quantities noted in the bill shall be compared to those in the M-book in case of running account. There will be some confusion sometimes, isn't it? What quantity bandide first bill only, second quantity. Sometimes due to some errors, it may happen sometimes. We may miss also sometimes, isn't it? The deduction and quantity shall be compared to the previous. It should be checked whether deduction in respect of the following have been properly made. Recovery for advance payment. But sometimes we contractor advance payment there is a policy. Now I think in the present scenario there is no such practice making the advance. Only in special cases like that is advanced techniques or the advanced machines it is not available in the locality. And now advance payment ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Now previously there was some practice. The advance payment ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು 10% of the money may be paid in advance. ಆ 10% is deducted at every bill. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಕವರಿ 10% ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು at the end, ಅಥವಾ 25% ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಥವಾ sometimes the whole money advance whatever they are paid, it will be deducted from the first bill. Now there will be a clause of the rule, the agreement will say about all these things. ಹಾಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದರೂ sometimes ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್. sometimes ಫುಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಆದದ್ದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 5% ಅಥವಾ 10% ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ we have to check that also. Recovery towards penalty ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ, that is all these things should be carefully that is verified by the checking bills. Now all these things will be done by accounts officer, isn't it? The mode of payment that is payments to contractor are made in variety of modes. First and final payments, that is ಒಂದೇ ಬಿಲ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ one shot they will complete, isn't it? Final payment, that is final payment made after satisfactory conditions ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಅವರು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Therefore that is after completing all the formalities the final payment will be done. And intermediate payment ಕೆಲಸಾರಿ that is running account bill, one bill or two running account, first RA bill, second RA bill, like we can make the payment. Part and final, isn't it? So there is some error here, that is not part and final, part and first and final or second and final, like ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, that only in exceptional cases, isn't it? And security advance payment, that is security deposit. ಇದನ್ನ ಮೊದಲೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನ at the end of the job, after completing the job, after making the final payment, and after 1 year, the security deposit will be released, isn't it? Now these are the modes of payments in practice, isn't it? Now final payment, that is intermediate payment, like part and final payment, like passing and payment of bills. Now this is done by the account section, isn't it? Accounts officer. The bill and the measurement book both will go to the accounts office. See, first the bill is prepared by the section officer, measurement and bill is prepared by the section officer. After section officer, that is JE or EE, then it will go to the assistant executive engineer, that is subdivisional officer. He will check the measurement and bills. Then it will go to the executive engineer. The executive engineer again he will go to the site and he will go through the bills and measurements, and that will be approved, and then it will sent to the account section. The accounts officers again they will go through all the the calculation mistakes and entries. Everything will be verified by the accounts officer. Then finally, after accepting the bill, verifying the bill, the payment will be done, either through the check or by transfer of money or by any means they will send the bill, isn't it? So this is the procedure we have Thank you very much for all the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you. Thank you very much.